Hi, Sandra. How are you doing?
Hi, Shaun. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
Nice to
very
have
well.
coffee with you again today.
And I've got mine this afternoon, and you're in the morning. All good.
Excellent.
So this is the first our little bit of our, should we say, regular chat, vlogs, blogs, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
And I thought of a little natty name for this,
Ooh, what are we calling it?
Sticking points.
Love that.
There we
Sticking
are.
points is perfect.
So I'm Shaun from DryTac, and I've got my lovely friend here, Sandra from ND, and we just thought we'd do a little chat to all you printing people out there about our findings, bits and pieces we know, and then maybe our little nuggets that will take a few minutes to chat about may help somebody. So that was our kind of idea, eh, Sandra?
Yeah, that sounds great to me. We need to help as many people as we can.
So hopefully, with over our years of experience, there's a few little pieces that can help many people out there. So my thoughts today were, obviously, there's a lot of people in the world that have just bought some machines. They bought various prints and various people, and obviously the most important thing I need to sort of discuss is what kind of things should we print on it? Because obviously you bought a machine, what do you do next? So I think the best place to start, being so I'm from DryTac and you're from ND, is to talk about vinyl.
Sticky bits.
Sticky bits, yes. So vinyl is one of the most popular materials that is printed on in the UK and probably the rest of the world, to be fair. I'd imagine you'll agree with me in Canada.
Yes.
So obviously the basic points are there is monomeric and there's polymeric.
Absolutely there is.
And I thought we could tap into your knowledge today, Sandra, and we could have a little chat about the differences and why you would buy monomeric versus polymeric.
Okay, excellent. I can take you through that.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
So basically, in my experience, what I've learned is a couple of different things. So for the most part, monomeric and polymeric vinyls are usually produced in the same way, but the ingredients in them are different things. So what I like to do is I like to refer to food, because everybody remembers food, and we call monomeric material pizza dough.
Ooh, I like pizza.
Yeah, I like pizza. I like pizza too. So the reason that we call it pizza dough is that monomeric vinyl, also called calendar vinyl, is a material that is produced, and all of the ingredients that go in it are sort of not as expensive. There's not as many ingredients that go into it, but it's also a very elastic sort of material, very much like pizza dough. So what happens is when you're producing pizza dough, and it's still in its unbaked form, when you roll out the pizza dough, what happens is it stretches out, but then as soon as you lift up the rolling pin, it has a tendency to shrink back in. So very much like pizza dough and the shrinking back in, through the production process, monomeric vinyl always wants to go back to sort of its native form, which is kind of that original ball of material that started with. So it goes through pinch rollers that essentially take the material and squeeze it out into, say, 54-inch wide rolls. But at some point in time, the memory that's in that material wants to shrink back in a bit. So monomeric vinyl has a tendency to be the thickest of all the materials that are out there. It's going to have the most amount of shrink back, very much like pizza dough, and it's usually the most affordable. It is, however, very multi-purpose. You can do a lot of different things with it. So it's usually the place that everybody starts because it's the most cost-effective.
Absolutely. I mean, monomeric, although it has some disadvantages, there's a lot of advantages for short-term stuff, which is absolutely perfect for. Exactly. And again, it gives lots of opportunities for customers to use a very cost-effective material to make a whole range of different products, which is perfect for many people, and works on all kinds of different printers, from eco-solvent printers to latex printers, and even UV. So no matter what machine you've got, you can always use a roll of monomeric and make some cost-effective signage.
100%. And then on the opposite side of that, you've got polymeric vinyl. So polymeric vinyl, again, is produced in the same way. It's going to go through the pinch rollers to sort of stretch it out to the 54-inch size or whatever size you're manufacturing. But the ingredients that are in that pizza dough are kind of like gourmet. You've got gourmet pizza dough, right? So this isn't your frozen box pizza. This is going to be your made in the true Italian pizzeria type pizza.
Stone-baked pizza.
Exactly.
You're making me hungry, Sandra.
So polymeric vinyl is only really going to shrink a very, very small percentage in comparison to what monomeric would. And the real difference with that is where you can stick that material. So polymeric is going to usually have a longer lifespan it's going to be a thinner product for the most part, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, and I think that the other thing important to cover is all of these monomeric and polymeric is available in a gloss white and matte white,
Yes.
and also clears as well. So there's quite a lot of different opportunities, although they're not just white, so they're printable. Well, I think we've covered quite a bit today on our first go.
Well, that does explain to everybody why there's so many different types, because when you start to see listings, it can be a little overwhelming. But once you start to understand what makes the products do what they do, it's a little bit more.
And that's kind of key for choosing the right product for your application and what you're trying to achieve, and then making sure you select the right product for your customers depending on the application. So I think in our next little chat, we'll probably talk about adhesives and what adhesives you use on the back of those materials are for the best applications. But again, we're keeping it short and sweet because we can have a tendency to go off. So it might as well make sure that everybody has a little bit of time to get a little bit of knowledge. Well, thanks today. It's great catching up with you as always.
Very nice to see you.
And I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Take care. Ciao, ciao.
Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.